Okay, welcome to Loboden Podcast. Now, if you haven't checked out episode 100, Patreon exclusive, go sign up, Patreon, Loboden, new content coming out, help support the podcast. This episode, we have John Torres. We had a good time. We talk about the gym Nazi, anxiety, panic attacks, hockey, comedy, and of course, we do it all with the great James Webb at the People of Comedy Studio. So check out his Twitter, John Torres tweets. He was the Humboldt Park alligator, if you guys don't remember that. That was him. That was his Twitter. But anyways, tell a friend about the podcast, support the podcast, join the Patreon. If you want to record a podcast, hit up James Webb. Okay, Loboden. Okay, welcome to Loboden Podcast. I'm your guest, Giovanni Diaz.
No, you're not.
I'm your guest. I'm your host, Giovanni Diaz. Our guest is across from us. I'll mention him in a second, but to my left is James Webb from the People of Comedy Studio.
Hello.
What's up, James?
Not much.
I'm wearing this matching tie-dye shirt to go that I caddied in at this place called Bobolink, where Mike Ditka is a member for the Hullabaloo. Because I bring shirts. Oh, hey, what's up, John? Our guest across from me, John Torres.
What up?
Can you raise my levels in my ear? I want to do this every time.
It's
like Eminem in the beginning. He's like,
turn my headphones up.
Yeah, turn my headphones up. Bring that bass up. What's up, John Torres? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me. This is dope being in a real deal studio.
Yeah. What? Don't you have a podcast? I know the plugs are usually later, but
I do. I run the Brick-a-Bracket podcast with Connor Colley. We do that and we produce Don't Tell together.
Oh, Don't Tell's the hidden.
Yeah, it's a little secret.
It's a secret.
It's a secret. So who runs this? Because these are all over the country, right? Don't Tell.
42 different cities.
Jesus.
It's run in L.A. and now we're kind of like it's supposed to be run like a comedy club. So like they review everybody. So it's like submit, process. Here's the day. Here's the time. Boom, show up. The crowd always comes in and it's dope, man.
So how'd you get tapped for this?
I did the show.
Like they just
So I did the show twice, and then I started working with them, and I just reached out. I was like, "Yo, I stopped producing Shots and Giggles when I moved back to the city, and I wanted something to do, and I loved the way that they ran that show. I love the DIY culture, but it was just a fancier version of like DIY culture. They have a huge fan base, and they got me onto hosting. And then when Connor, he moved to LA, they asked me to take it over as the host, and I was doing a lot of the booking stuff. Now I'm not doing so much of the booking stuff, but I'm still hosting every other week. Me and Connor switch off, and sometimes we bring in guest hosts.
Oh, look, Madison, New York, Milwaukee. Oh, yeah, I've seen these. These are good shows. Shots and Giggles is a good. It's one of the first good rooms I brought a guest to.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because like every time I brought somebody, it was this T-Murph show at the Bolingbrook. What's a titty bar with the tits? Tilt-a-kill, right? It's fucking
Did you say what's the titty bar with the tits?
Yeah, but the tits don't come out, right? It's but we were at Tilt-a-Kill with T-Murph with guerrilla comedy, no TV's on, nobody knew comedy was going on, no stage. That was like what, and I brought this Honduran guy, and he was like, "What are you guys doing?" I was like, "This is comedy, right? This is
comedy." Yeah.
And the other one was I brought my other friend to somewhere in Indiana, and you've done shows in Indiana, right?
Oh yeah.
People are angry and sad there. It's an interesting thing.
I mean, I would be too if I lived in Indiana.
I know. I don't. Yeah, so I did there and there. You know, I remember 2 bartenders quit. Somebody tried to punch me in the face. This fat dude, and the owner was heckling us, right? And it was I remember they had a smoking sign like, "We smoke at this bar." That's when everything was banned. Like nobody could smoke.
That's why he wanted the comedy show. They'd be like, "I'm gonna tune up my heckling skills.
I'm gonna fucking smoke." Yeah, I haven't seen you since like, I don't know, pre-pandemic, right?
Yeah, dude, it's been a minute. You got the long hair now.
Oh yeah, you cut your hair.
Yeah,
like
dude.
Like no, hippies grow their hair out.
Yeah, I'm growing it back.
Like
it's
a narc,
process,
right?
Yeah, it's a process.
Why'd you cut your hair? Well, you had it long forever. I'm probably gonna cut it at one point.
Yeah, it gets heavy, dude. So I'm mixed. I'm half Latino, half Italian. My hair just gets heavy, and like when summer rolls around, it just gets big and hot and heavy, and you just get sick. And then I start getting the panic attack of am I going bald or do I just have a high hairline? Do I look like some shitty skinny Hulk Hogan? It's a whole thing. That's why I cut my hair.
I got my hair's thinner, right?
Okay.
I'm 37. You have to say your age, but I don't know if you're older than me.
I'm 32.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
32.
okay. You look older. Right?
You've
always looked older, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you mature like 12 or something?
I've looked this old since I was in like I think since I was like 14. Just full beard, freshman year of high school. And I went to a Catholic high school, so they made me shave it every day, so it just made it thicker. So, yeah.
When did you lose your virginity?
16.
Oh, okay. What about you, James?
19.
19. I was 18.
19.
Yeah, I'm 18.
Yeah.
I was 18, right? Late bloomer. How'd you lose your virginity too? At Catholic school? You
It
have
was
a girlfriend?
It was a birthday present from a friend that went to school across the street at the all-girls school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, because I don't know. Is it true, the rumor about all girls schools, girls that go to all schools, or is it Catholic schools? Sluts? Is that the word? Why'd you get banned on Twitter? Anyway,
I'm like-
sorry. I'm going all over the place.
I won't put it that way, but the school,
Slut.
I'm pretty sure that the school that was the
Condoned it.
sister school of mine had maternity leave, so you do the math.
Oh, okay. You get pregnant.
Why did I get banned on Twitter? I don't fucking know,
Can we
man.
pull up your tweet?
This is a new thing.
Or no, we can't pull it up, right?
No, it's gone.
Show me. Pull up.
That shit's gone, man.
Pull your phone. So it was a picture of Lori Lightfoot, right?
Yeah.
What is she wearing?
Whatever the fuck she wore at Lollapalooza. Hold on, I'm gonna.
Can you screenshot and send it to James?
I'm gonna drop it to James real quick.
Yeah, shoot it to me in Messenger. I'll pull it up.
4,000
Dunzo.
followers.
Dunzo.
That picture too, like
That exact picture that everybody else was tweeting.
it fucking yeah, like so many wildly inappropriate tweets.
Yeah, one of them was like Bruno Mars looks bad.
Yeah, that was such a good one, and like
was.
no one got banned for that. Yeah, there
everybody
it
just
is.
got to go viral.
All right, so this is a picture. All right, this is hey, Ben Shapiro. He's talked about a lot in this podcast, somewhat. So the Daily Wire: Chicago mayor delays new COVID-19 restrictions. She's wearing I don't know what kind of hat that is. It's a straw hat, circular straw hat. Is that a Puma shirt or
I don't know.
some type of concert shirt? Whoa! Scroll down. She kind of looks a little thick there, right? Look at her left thigh.
Ew, dude.
There's some going on there, kind of like a little belly. Oh wow, actually.
Lori Lightfoot like
And
that.
then she kind of looks like, who's that? Is it Gary Coleman? Right? Is that who she looks like?
You said Gary Coleman.
She kind of looks like Gary Coleman, right? Like, what you talking about?
What you talking about,
Yeah, it's COVID, and all you wrote is what Scott band is this? So you're now this makes you what, transphobic or
I don't
racist?
know.
You're Nazi.
I guess so.
I was listening to Tim Dillon. He's like, every day he wakes up and he realizes like the definition, or he just reads. I was semi-famous. He goes on social media and reads why all the different reasons he's a Nazi now every day. And it changes, right? It evolves. Like you have a Nazi story, right? Did you meet a Nazi at Jewel or something?
At
Or-
the gym, bro.
Oh, at the
At
gym.
the gym.
Oh, it was what happened with your Nazi friend?
Well, I want
I met a Nazi.
I want to double back before we do the Nazi
Well, we'll
story.
go back to Nazi. All right,
we were
go.
talking about doing shots and giggles, and one of the reasons
Donuts.
why I left was because I was pretty sure one of the guys in the audience was going to stab me.
This is in Joliet. People
Yeah,
don't
this
know.
is Joliet, like
There's a jail there.
very close to the prison. Very,
Fat white
very
women.
close. And he just walks in mid-show and out loud, like the show is taking place, and he's like, "There's Badger outside," and we're like, "Man, shut the fuck up." And he just like laughed it off, and he's just talking to the bar super loud. And I go to him, and I just stopped being nice. I was like, "Hey man, shut the fuck up. We got a thing going on. Please shut the fuck up." And like 2 seconds later, he turns around. And he's like, "I just got out of jail. I'm not afraid to go back. I'll fuck you up if we go outside right now." And I'm like, man, this is aggressive
real.
for a free comedy show.
Keep it the real goes wrong, man.
Yeah. But oh no, so okay, so you want to talk about the Nazi story?
We'll get to that. So what happened with this dude? He just laughed at you.
He bought
How did he look? Long hair, white dude, black dude,
white
Puerto
dude,
Rican.
a lot of bad tattoos. I'm pretty sure he didn't have a lot of teeth either.
Vest? Was there a vest?
No, white tank top.
Okay.
White tank top, silver basketball shorts. So you know this guy was really classy. He was trying to buy, and you know how like when you go to a classy establishment, you can buy a 24 case of beer that was cut in half and taped on the other side, so you can sell them as 12 packs.
Or maybe Lucy cigarettes, get singles, things like that. Yeah.
Nothing like a Marlboro pack that's cut down the middle. But yeah, it just fucking happened, and he got his half case of it was either Schlitz or Busch, and then he got out of there. I was honestly waiting for him. He was like pacing outside, just drinking his beers, and then he just wandered off across the street.
I think about these people a lot. I'll tell you why in a second, because I saw this lady at this little liquor store. So I don't know how you, like, I see these people. I sound like an elitist right now, but listen to me. But anyway, I see these people, right? I still call them people, right? Isn't that? Doesn't make me bad. But look, I see them, right? And I just think about, like, what led to this point in their life? Like, I was at this place called Manny's in Kenosha, right?
Yeah.
It's the corner liquor store. I go over there, and this lady pulls up in this car that I hate with a passion. I have a few cars that I hate, the Chevy Beretta and the Ford Focus.
This is so specific.
It's very specific because there's obviously there's pain that came with the Beretta. Like the Beretta was sold to me. I'll go back to Manny's. Was sold to me as a gift, as a hookup for my dad's friend, right? And I went to because I was broke and it was like $400. It's $200 for a car, and I show up. It's going to be $300 because it's, you know what? It's your lucky day. I put some new tires on it, so it's now $300. It's like, oh, I didn't agree to this or have this money, but thank you for that, right? And then the windshield wipers didn't really work, right? So they would kind of they would cross with each other, right? They just
old Chevy design where the wipers would crisscross. Those are on the Cutlass.
They're
too.
left or right though. They're not supposed to. They're like this, but they would just not work properly, or like sometimes it would do this. It'd be at the bottom,
yeah,
and it would just kind of like fucking twitch, and it
just
wouldn't
have
move
a
up.
seizure.
Yeah, it would just twitch, right? So then I bought a fucking glove, right? When I would go to school in college. I had to buy a fucking winter glove so I could drive and open the window, and every fucking few seconds just give it a nudge. It'd work for a little bit. And then it stopped, so I'd had to nudge that, and there was no radio. There was no heat at first, right?
Yeah.
So I had to parka up like I was what are those people? You can't call them Eskimos anymore, right?
Sure you can.
It's going to get banned from Twitter. Inuits, right?
Inuit.
Yeah.
Eskimos.
Cold brown people.
Cold brown people, there you
cold,
go.
fat brown people. I can't say fat. That's shaming.
Look at all these cold Hawaiians.
Yeah, it's cold. There you go. Where's the next Disney movie about the Frozen people? I haven't seen. Oh wait, there's Frozen, but that doesn't count. But look, so then I don't even know what I was talking about. Anyways, maybe I'll just go back to the lady at Manny's. Oh, the Beretta, right?
The Beretta, yeah.
And it didn't have a radio, right? So I bought one of those this Sony thing that I put the 4 double A batteries in, or 6 that's with the antenna, and maybe listen to Man Cow on it. That was the highlight of my day, being in a parka, listening to Man Cow on this handheld radio, my fucking Beretta. But anyways, I saw this lady pull up with the Ford Focus, another piece of shit car I had. I won't get into that, but she pulls it there, like I hear a noise, like this car doesn't have much to live, like to get in there, it's shaking, right? And there's something from the bottom I see kind of hanging, and she goes in there, and I see her go in there by the register and just scrape together this change to buy like one Natural Ice. Is that what it's called? Natural Ice? One of those wino beers. I don't know if you drink.
Natural Ice,
or any of those
Steel
beer.
Reserve.
Those, yeah. She just bought one, and I saw her, you know, and I was just like, what did you do? Like, how many fucking dicks did you suck? Like, what happened in your life? It's obvious something happened with her dad, right? Did you have a good childhood? I don't know. Is this why you got banned from Twitter? You grew up Italian, right?
Yeah, I grew up Italian.
Sorry, I'm going on tangents.
Secretly Latino. I did not know until I was in 8th grade.
They hid it from you?
Yeah.
For the good of
Well,
Did
dude,
they tell you why? Or what?
No, I just didn't know. Like, my mom hated my dad so much.
Your dad was
my dad's Cuban.
Uh-huh.
It's not like he was. You can't just change where you were from. Yeah, man, he was just never in the picture. Like, my folks split when I was like 1.5 or 2, and my mom raised me, and I think she just hated my dad so much, she hyphenated my name, but she never legally did it because I think they cost money. So when I was like graduating, I thought my last name was Sabatini forever.
Oh, okay.
Forever.
Pretty Italian.
Yeah, that's super Italian.
WAP.
Yeah.
And then, so it makes sense. She hated your dad, one of the. So you were John, just Sabatini.
Yeah, John Sabatini. And then when I found out I was going into high school,
how'd you find out?
Well, this is well, they have to read your name at your 8th grade graduation, and since it's legally that, it had to be that on my 8th grade diploma.
Oh, and that's when you found out your last name?
Yeah, I was like, whoa, what the fuck is this shit?
Wait, you were like promotion or whatever, and you were sitting there and you heard that's when they named.
No, they like told me like the day before. So they're like, all right, process this, but also come get your shit and graduate 8th grade and go into high school. But I looked at it as like a change because I was a fucking loser in grade school. I was like, I get to be a totally new person in high school, new name, new
John Torres.
Yeah, John Torres, and I always liked it, so it stuck.
All right, going back to this homeless lady, right? So, the guy, the Nazi, that's where we're at. The Nazis went to The guy had cigars, not cigars and stripes. Fucking shots and giggles. Sorry.
Well, he wasn't a Nazi.
He was a Nazi.
I
The
met
guy
a
at the
Nazi.
gy-
I
at
met
the
a
gym.
Nazi at the gym.
Planet
Not even a real Nazi. He was a Klan member.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bro.
You don't see those, dude, anymore. You
No.
see maybe like a neo or a shaved head or like a tattoo, but a Klansman.
Yeah, well, I mean, I grew
That's
up going
old school.
I grew up going to punk shows, so I used to see like Nazi punks all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
and
I know.
get into fights with them. But I knew this dude was in the Klan because he had this like weird tattoo. I was sitting at the gym. I was by the
Do you
squat
know what
rack.
gym this was? Was it a Planet Fitness?
It was
one of the
at
good ones?
what the fuck is it called? It was when I was living in the suburbs. I don't remember the name of the gym, but it was on like 75th Street and 75th Street and like Cass Avenue, like somewhere over like Anytime Fitness, one of those bullshit gyms. It wasn't a Planet Fitness. He's like, I might be racist, but I'm not cheap. You
Yeah,
know
I'm
what
not
saying?
poor. You know what I mean?
It's like he goes, I got to drop these weights. So I'm sitting at the squat rack and I look over and this dude asked me to spot him, and I noticed on his arm, like right here on the forearm, he had like the red circle with the cross. And I was originally like a history major in college.
Can
when
we
I
pull
went
that
the
one up?
first
How
time.
does it, do you know what it's called? That one?
It's the Iron Cross.
The
right?
Iron
Cross.
No, it's not the Iron Cross. I don't. Is that what it's called?
I'm not sure. Hang on.
But whatever
Go
it
to
was.
private mode.
Yeah, I definitely put that on private
Yeah,
mode.
it's that.
No,
Oh,
Is that just like
It's-
a motorcycle gang?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? Okay.
no, you're thinking of Triple H, the wrestler. That's what that is.
Cross?
Yeah, Knight's Cross. No, that's not it, because that's like German and
Nazi-
shit.
No, Nazi Germany.
That's a Nazi one.
Oh, we're talking about
this
the
is
Klan.
this is the Ku Klux Klan.
Clan Cross.
Klan.
So yeah, like KK. Just put like KKK Cross. I bet that'll pop that up. Klan Cross.
Blood Drop Cross.
Bingo.
Oh, there.
Bingo.
Yeah, that's
the one.
Why would you?
Clayton Bigsby.
Yeah. Fucking bingo, bro. And
Fuck.
like me still, yeah. There. Oh shit, is that him? On
Yeah,
the
right
images
there. Yeah.
there he goes, right there. Yeah, he had that on his arm, like just readily displayed. And I used to have a joke about it where I was just like, do I want to help this guy, or do I want to like be a disservice to him, because I really wanted him to finish his reps. So I started speaking in Spanish just so he could finish the pump. Just because he had to get angry about it. Like, not in my country. But yeah, dude, I freaked the fuck out. But it was also a red flag that he was wildly racist, because he had on like like a cutoff shirt from just a local bar that no one ever heard of, American flag shorts, really high
Nope.
socks, Crocs, and a Make America Great Again hat. And I was just like,
He had
"Ooh,
Crocs?
buddy. Look at you go."
I think that offended me the most out of everything. He was
At the
fucking
gym,
wearing
though.
I was like,
Crocs,
I love
dude.
Crocs.
You do?
I love my Crocs. Dude,
What the fuck?
that's my jam.
I mean,
Those are
all
my
right.
house shoes.
It's
Those are my
probably
house shoes.
better.
I don't wear them out.
It's probably better what I do. Like I do this. Like I went to the store. Like I put my shoes on,
Yeah.
but I don't put them on. I slide into those slippers, but they're not slippers, so the back is folded.
Bro, get a pair of Crocs.
No, I don't know if I could be. There's holes in it, right? With that, when the air, I get
Yeah.
cold or something like that, the moisture, or what if I go by a
cold?
puddle or something like that? Like I don't know.
Water. Well, I mean, you can get them wet, and your feet are just gonna get wet, and they'll dry. They're made out of rubber or whatever the fuck.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready. Like things I can do is like Crocs or gauges or something. Did you have gauges?
Oh yeah,
God.
baby. Used to have those
I can't-
stupid fucking things.
Did it get you laid when you got gauges, or
No.
was it punk crowd or?
No, I thought it looked cool, and I was just like, well, this is a mistake I have to live for with the rest of my life, and it's dumb. It's really dumb. Don't ever stretch your ears. I've been thinking about putting them back in just so that I don't have holes in my ears, but they won't be as big as before. They were an inch, so they were probably like the size of this bottle cap. Real dumb. Real fucking dumb.
No, I have my initials on my chest for some reason, because I went to a tattoo shop. I didn't know what to get, and then what was the name of that band? Come my baby.
You're my butterfly.
Talk about Crazy Town.
Crazy Town,
Crazy
right?
Town, man.
So pull up the guy from Crazy Town. One of the guys had a tattoo, nothing like my fucking tattoo. He had two, I think they were stars, right? on each shoulder.
Oh, this is early 2000s. Everybody's
That
got
guy.
some big stars.
Yeah, so he has that guy.
Shifty Shell Shot?
Yeah, Shifty. That's his name.
I want that.
I love
to be,
how he goes back in time.
Since in 1995 he was Epic Missouri. Oh, that's a different person maybe. So let's go to images for Shifty.
These
There we
little
go.
fuckers right there.
Yeah, so this guy, I was at and he had little birds on his. Oh, he has a shirt. This is white trash.
I hope he doesn't change his name back, and his grandkids are like, I think we're gonna have to put Shifty in a home.
He kind of looks like Red Band in that picture, right? Right, Brian Red a little bit on the top left one over there. Not that one. Not that one right there.
Oh, yeah, that
okay,
is-
all right,
yeah, that's Brian
It
Red
looks like
Band for
Red
sure.
Band with his Asian girlfriend. But look, does he have like an 18-year-old Asian girlfriend, Brian Red Band? Right?
Well, let's find out.
Yeah. The vest. This seemed okay. This was a Southern California look, but I walked into a tattoo shop, right? I don't know when you got your first. Yeah, there we go. I told you. There's young. She's an executive at TikTok. So look,
Oh my god.
I've been listening to these podcasts. I don't know what you've been listening to. Have you been listening to any podcasts?
I have. I listen to a few here and there.
Okay. Well, I've been listening to one called Business Wars by Wondery, and it's like you're watching a show. It's highly produced, and it's a little bit annoying. Not annoying because they do the recreations, right? And like, it's not the actual clips or the people. So it's like somebody doing the hoaxer. He's like, "Oh man, I can't do any impressions," but it's pretty cheesy. But it's like I saw the movie with you're skinnier from what I saw you before. So I don't. What have you changed?
Oh, bro, eating real healthy.
Okay.
Not drinking a ton of beer when I do comedy, and working out a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
You playing hockey
I
again?
do a lot of yoga. Yeah, I've been playing hockey here and there. It's just not during COVID. It was impossible. I mean, hockey's disgusting when there's no COVID going on. You're wearing smelly ass gear and sitting on a bench with a bunch of people spitting and farting.
What was your position? I don't know. You were explaining like the positions in hockey to me, like the whole game. Like I've never seen like a live. I haven't been to a live hockey game.
Oh, bro, we
right?
gotta go. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I want to go. Should I go to a Wolves game first, or
Wolves
should I go?
fucking rules because
Yeah.
there's fights. There's guys that are literally fighting for a job. So the gameplay is very fast, and it's a fucking blast. It's so much fun.
And you've been hurt in hockey, right? Or
Yeah,
you've
I was
been
showing-
in fight. Is
I
it
was
common?
showing-
How common is it for like you?
It really
to fight?
depends. It depends on what the speed of the game is and stuff. So it's like fighting exists to keep a balance on the ice, and a lot of people don't realize that. People want to. It's not a wanted activity. It's somebody's job. Like an enforcer,
right? Yeah.
That's their job, and they only do it is if say you're a really good player, and
Gretzky.
James,
Okay.
yeah, and James is over there, and you and me are on the same team. James is not. James takes a liberty hit on you when your head is down.
Liberty hit.
So like taking liberties.
Okay.
On you. Like you definitely had he had time to stop or not have it be as bad of a hit, but he goes right for your fucking head, gets you. Next shift, we line up at the face-off circle and be like, "You want to go?" And they go, "Yeah." And it's a fucking code out there is that if you did something shitty, you have to pay the price for it. So it makes you second guess hitting you or hitting a good player or doing something shitty, throwing a bad hit, doing something. Or you do it as making a statement. Like say a team is really beating your ass. It's like 5-0 and it's only the second period and you have a whole other period to play. That's when you're going to go out there and you're going to try to get in a fight to light a fire under your own team's ass to fire them up and be like, okay, he's out there taking it on the chin for us. We got to put some fucking points
We got
on
to
the
play.
board.
So he's fighting
Yeah.
for to.
Trying to fire the crowd up. Say you're getting your ass kicked at home. Stuff like that. But yeah.
And then what position you play?
I would switch off. So I'm a two-way player. I can play forward, but I always loved playing defense. So it's like if it's the power play, I'm a tall guy, so I'm standing in front of the net trying to screen the goalie and trying to just bat in any shitty goal that I can. But if it's a regular play, I like playing defense or defensive forward. I'm always in the back check, and I can skate faster backwards than I can forward.
Oh, okay. Did you get in fights in hockey?
Here and there.
But you weren't in. It wasn't you weren't like the enforcer, right? It was just-
No, I was too small.
They pick on you. How'd
I
you get
was
in
way too
fights?
small.
Did you start them or they?
I would never like really instigate, but like I wouldn't. I was never somebody that would back down from a fight. Like if it's and I'll put it this way, it's a great way to get on the score sheet. Like that goes on the score sheet. I know James played hockey. Like he knows what's up with this. But like when you have your name and number on the score sheet, even if it's for a fight, it's still better than not having a fight or not scoring a goal or an assist or anything like that. You're still getting on the score sheet.
Like Rudy, right? If he didn't get
like Rudy.
right? If he didn't get on that field that day, like he would have never been on the 5-1. I've been. I saw Rudy again recently. You've seen Rudy, right?
Yeah.
James, you've seen Rudy, right? Have you guys cried or no? I've cried.
I was
recently.
extremely young when I saw it.
Yeah, I don't think I cried during Rudy.
Okay, well, I think I've cried every single time I've seen it. I cried more this time, actually, than ever before, now that I'm older. Like, I started crying earlier in the movie that I was like, I didn't cry at these scenes before. Like,
No shit.
Because before I was like, I usually cried at the end, but this one was like the whole...
Yeah.
I was like, I don't remember crying at this scene and this one, but usually it was at the end I would cry. You guys don't... You hold up your emotions, James? You pen them up somewhere, or...
Oh, no, I cry like a bitch all that time.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
It's great.
Yeah,
You gotta
cry.
have that release.
I was crying last night,
Be
actually.
part of, oh, damn, that soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
When's the last time you cried?
Like emotional or breakdown? Because like
Tell me about the breakdown. Let's go breakdown, right?
there's a difference. There's a difference. I got high anxiety. I have high functioning anxiety.
Okay.
So it always seems like you're fine, but really inside you're a fucking mess. People, yeah, James is snickering because he totally understands.
Yep.
It's kind of like when
How
you
does this
buy.
work?
It's kind of like when you buy a Super Ball when you're a child, and then you go in your in
What's
like
a Super Bowl? That's the
Super
bouncy
Ball,
one?
like the little 25-cent bouncy ball that you get.
Yeah.
And then you go in your stepdad's basement and you're like, I'm gonna throw this bitch as hard as I possibly can. But that's your emotion. Just bop, 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 bop. And that's what it feels like to have high anxiety. Every once in a while I'll be at work and I'll be like, it's lunchtime, time for a good drive and a cry. And I'll just put on some fucking sad ass songs and just drive around the South Loop. You'll see me. I'll wave to you and be like, oh, that's Torres again. It's like, oh, fucking fine. And then I go back and I finish my job that I obviously love so much, but nah, man, some days it's just better than others.
What do you smoke? Cannabis? You don't have to say it on here.
Yeah, I smoke
I don't
weed.
want to edit this out,
Yeah.
like, which I have before.
Nah, they don't care.
But does that, like, okay, so I had a friend who would smoke nonstop. I don't know how much you smoke, but they would smoke nonstop. I can't, I'm a lightweight, right? Like, I'm the type where I'll
I
smoke.
am too, and I've been smoking for years. So it's like I don't understand how I've never built up a huge tolerance for it. Like if I'm smoking a joint, 2 hits max, or I'm not gonna have fun.
So what happens, like, okay, so I smoked, like, I'll smoke, right? And I'll have a
Yeah.
show in a week. And that night, I'm like, I'm not going to make it to the show. The night before, in the morning, I wake up and I was like, what was I thinking? But the night before, it's like, I'm not making it. I'm too high. I'm going to still be high. And it's like, this is years of fucking knowing, like, it's not going to happen. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. But it's still, I can't handle weed. Like, that's the one weed where, like, the one drug when I used to have girls over my house on Fridays. I used to have sex on Fridays. It was Fuck Fridays.
Okay.
Lobo, the loboden, the other loboden, right? So that
you got a weird calendar.
yeah. So yeah, because well, you know, I didn't want to. There was a point where I didn't want to have sex during the week. I didn't want to like drink or do drugs during the week or have a girl over because it was, you know, usually I would drink and.
What are you playing? European basketball? What are these rules?
Yeah, well, I set a lot of rules. I was talking to Mars about this a few weeks ago. I realized I set a lot of rules for myself because I have to, because I will go off the rails
I'm the same
completely.
way.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
the same way, man.
Woken up in Kenosha. I was like last night, legit, man. I was legit thinking about, man, I really wanted to. Okay, actually, this is a legend. I'm making this up. Let's say allegedly last night, right? This is a character, right? This is my Alex Jones character I'm going into. I was seriously considering smoking crystal meth. And the fucked up thing is, like 2 weeks ago, I found out my dad was smoking crystal, and I was like, shame on you. Like, you're almost 60 and you're picking up crystal. Like, what's wrong with you, right? And I just did a podcast yesterday. I don't know, Too Skinny. I don't know if you know his shows with him. Yeah, I did his podcast, and he told me the story about when he was going to buy some Coke, but the uncle didn't get Coke. He was like, oh, this ball is only 110, right? And it was like, oh, because, and then he did it. I was like, this feels weird. Like, it's like fiberglass. And it's like, oh, that's, I forgot they call it
Crystal
geeky.
meth.
Yeah, it was crystal. It was crystal, right? And he smoked crystal. He got a boner, and he tried to get a hooker. So that's what he brought me on, because he's like, hey, hookers, like Giovanni. So he brought me on.
I like his process. Crystal, boner, hooking.
yeah. So he Ubered to get out, and I was just sitting there listening to the story. It was horrible, right? Because he goes to RV. There's somebody that goes in the RV. There was a guy before him. He didn't know it was a cop. It was a setup, and it was like, and I was just sitting there, and it was like, man, part of me was like, man, I haven't fucked a hooker in a long time. This is gonna be kind of cool. And the other part was, as soon as it was done, I was like, I kind of want to smoke crystal. You know what I mean? And I had this itch, right? I had this itch like all fucking night. Even when I got home and I woke up, like I got home, I went to sleep. It's like, what if I just went to get crystals somewhere? And I've never done it before, but I had like, I don't know. I feel like I have this. It's not just drugs, but it's everything. I have this itch for like vice or thing. Like I have this pent up energy. Don't they say in 12A, 12 steps, right?
12
double A. Is that what it's called? Double A? I don't know. They say like addicts have this thing, but they just transfer it to something else, right? Mm-hmm. So that's why I can't chips, crystal meth. You know what I mean? They used to be booze and other things. I can't control myself.
Did you just go from chips to crystal meth?
Yeah, dude. Because I can't. I have a rule right now. I can't have more than.
You have no medium setting, do you?
I can't have more than 8 Pringles a day. No, I don't, dude. I can't, dude.
You're making me feel like such a bitch. You're like, I haven't fucked a hooker in a while, and I don't think I'm gonna do crystal meth. Me, I'm over there, but like, I think I'm gonna get the big ice cream cone tonight.
I can't. You don't feel guilty, right? I feel like I don't know if you. I do these things in life where it's like I won't get the ice cream because I did. Like I always try to balance things, and there's these rules going on because it's like I'm one step away sometimes from fucking going off the rails. Like I can't. Like, it's like a little bit of ice cream, but I've been better. I don't know. Like,
it's always amazing how somebody's like system of checks and balances works in their own brain. Be like, well, this is okay, but I'm not gonna do that.
Like allegedly, back in the day, my cousin. All right, my cousin, who's very similar to me, looked almost exactly like me. Mm-hmm. Probably the same DNA, but he's a cousin. He wouldn't want to drink coffee late at night.
Okay.
Because he didn't want to stay up late, but it was like, well, I could do coke. That's not as bad. Like, I don't know. You rationalize? Is that what that is, huh?
What a rationalization. Be like, well, I'm not going to be going to big Starbucks. I got to go to my local coke dealer and I got to support small business.
Yeah, and it's or like put it on a piece of foil, right, and then freebase it.
Put it on a piece of foil
because it's only 30 minutes or something like that. You're still with your lady. You had a girlfriend since I met you, right?
Yeah, man.
So you were always like, how'd you guys meet? A hockey game?
It's weird.
Wrestling?
Yeah, we're both big wrestling fans. We actually met briefly in high school. She went to the school across from me, but
girls' school.
But we didn't talk or like know each other really. We were just like, I was friends with some of her friends, would see her in passing. That's it. Met up at a party years later, and I was like, yeah, you're cool. Let's hang out. And then we've been pretty much together ever since. Broke up a couple times, found our way back to each other. She's cool as fuck. We live together now.
Oh, how long you guys been living together?
It'll be 3 years.
You guys gonna have kids? You want kids?
I don't think I want children.
No.
This planet's
because of your dad?
This planet's dying at an alarming rate. That's the only reason why I don't want children. Is I know, and I like how people always want to throw that out there. They're like, well, what if your kid fixes the way that the world works? I was like, I was setting stuff on fire on my couch when I was 12 years old. Okay, my kid is not fixing anything. I already know how they're going to think. They're going to think like me. They're going to be an introverted person that doesn't like talking to people. I like doing podcasts and stuff like this, but if I'm out in public, and if it's a stranger, oh boy, do I not want to talk to them.
I don't know. I like people. I don't like I don't know. Do you get along with homeless people at all? Do you ever? They don't bother you?
No, they don't bother me.
You don't yell at them?
They don't bother me. No.
Flip them off at all, like the other week? Okay.
No. When I used to go on like skating trips when I was younger, because I used to try to like get sponsored and do skating trips. I remember we were in Florida. We were staying at this shithole motel.
We're in Florida.
Somewhere near like, wasn't Miami? It wasn't. I think it was near like Clearwater or Fort. Mm-hmm. Oh man, I can't remember. Wherever Route 688 skate park is, I don't remember. Fort Lauderdale maybe. But we were staying in this shithole motel, and I remember all the homeless people were just like, they were cool and chill. Like I needed a loose cigarette. Dude sold me a loose cigarette. We were outside talking to him, and like 2 hours before checkout, we asked them. We got like 10 homeless people in the room. Like, you guys want to take a shower? Go fucking nuts. And we just let them use the shower. And we're like, they're not going to clean it, so we might as well these homeless people to have a shower or something.
You were like, all right, you would never be homeless, or James, right?
Sure.
Look, none of us are. We're not 2 steps away. Look, when are you going to be homeless, James? How's it gonna happen?
I don't know. The world
They're
comes
not.
crashing down in seconds these days. Who
I mean,
knows?
like, is Dogecoin? Are you still in Dogecoin? Did it ever reach
no,
$1?
I sold.
No?
Well, kind of. Chris Condren is managing my Doge right now, but 'cause he owes me money, so I had him buy Doge with it. But no, not personally in my possession. No, but I am in a lot of other shit.
This is my theory. All right, homeless people, but homeless people mostly mentally ill or drug addicts, right?
Right.
It's very rare for somebody that's like down their luck to. I mean, you're homeless. Like, all right, you're not at a place. You're crashing couches, but being on the streets, homeless. Like drinking, like bum fights. Remember bum fights, right? Remember?
Yeah, that guy was a piece of shit.
Remember? Can you pull up the video of bum fights when he comes out as Dr. Phil, please? One of our favorites.
Bro,
Fucking
when he
videos.
came out as Dr. Phil on Dr. Phil?
Yes.
All right. To be fair, that was very fucking funny.
The bum fights is part of fuck. Yeah.
That was the greatest piece of alt comedy I've ever seen in my entire life, and nothing will ever top
This is
it.
one of my favorite things.
Let me see if I can get the audio.
Now I have to warn you.
Subtext. Bombs are all-
Please
remember
ask your
that.
children to leave the room. And I'm serious. You really don't want your kids watching this. And it's not going to be fun for you to see it. But
Yeah,
we
it
have
is.
to be
I like how he's like, it's not going to be
aware of
fun, but
what's
we're still
floating
going to
around
play
the
it.
table, what our kids have access
We
to.
need the ratings.
Okay,
Oprah's
here
going to
is
have my
Ty
ass.
defending his bum fights video.
He just broke a bottle. Oh, he just is that an AC he threw himself into? He's
I see
tied up.
homeless people as talent. When I go out in the streets, I'm looking for talent.
He's a talent agent.
I am doing a service to the homeless people.
This is what you did in Fort Lauderdale.
I can't believe this dude and the guy that created Girls Gone Wild didn't collab on some sort of weird naked fight thing.
Bums gone wild.
Gone wild.
Bums Gone, that's just the red line.
Something that this world needs. For example, one guy
Oh, the
was a
vodka.
crackhead and his teeth were bothering
just
him,
pulling his
so
teeth
we
out.
got him a
My
pair of pliers
God.
and we ripped one of his
Oh, I
teeth
gotta get
out.
pliers. He's got a new place.
And he just wanted a bottle of
Right,
JB. There are lines that I
JB.
don't cross.
All right, let's get him coming out.
I'm not surprised at my success.
5 o'clock shit. We'll pause it for a second. Pause for a second. Put
How
the,
did he know what kind of suit and tie he was going to wear? Like, they had to have talked about this beforehand. They were like, "Give me one of Phil's ties."
Dr. Phil. So Dr. Phil, Mr. Bumfight is coming on looking exact the same suit and tie almost as Dr. Phil. He has the bald headed fake thing on his head. So he's coming on Dr. Phil as Dr. Phil. Okay, you can continue. We can continue.
That's despicable. I don't want to talk to you. You can go.
Get off my stage.
Doesn't he talk like him too?
If you think I exploit people, every time you bring a guest on this show, you exploit them and
Truth
spread
bomb.
whatever the problems they have to the whole world. You think that's helping them?
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. You go.
You can go. Get
Oh,
off
he
my stage.
actually shaved his head, dude. That is not
That's
a
full-
bald cap.
That's a real commitment.
Look at the fucking. You can see it trying to come back. Oh man, dude, I don't care what anyone says. This dude is a fucking champion.
You know what?
Security's
Who do you think
out.
you are, huh?
Bye.
What if he was just like, "I don't even
I'm not
need your
gonna stop
tie"?
you.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
You did it, Dr. Phil.
What a coward.
Sorry.
Dr. Phil's a
But
coward.
I just watched that footage, and that is absolutely despicable.
I just feel like I watched a
I
standoff
refuse
between the
to
two
put it
worst
aside.
wrestling managers there ever was.
Did you ever wrestle?
Could not have
I tried, dude.
dialogue
Oh, you went to the training and everything?
I went to wrestling school for a couple weeks. That shit hurts. I was like, man, it's time to write some jokes. Like, I tried that before I tried comedy because I wanted to like do either one of them.
Oh, how'd you get into comedy? Wrestling, comedy?
It was
punk?
something that I
Were you in a
always
band or you just
wanted-
would
yeah,
go
I
to
was in a
show?
band for years, and like we did some cool stuff. Like we got to play the Metro and shit. That was cool, but after like even while I was playing music, I always loved comedy. I grew up a latchkey kid, so as soon as we got the fucking illegal black box, I was like, fuck yeah, Comedy Central. You know, seeing Mitch Hedberg and all that other shit, and shit. If anybody ever lies to themselves and be like, I never liked Dane Cook. Fuck you. You had a Dane Cook CD in first grade. You also laughed at Stephen Lynch's Special Olympics song. Like, everybody was a piece of shit then. It was called the 90s and the early 2000s, okay? Don't hide from your past.
It's a beautiful time.
Just embrace it and then just say you're a better person now because that's what everybody wants to hear.
I listened to Mancow. I went to visit Mancow at a book signing in Gurney and got my Mancow book signed.
Really?
Yes, by Mancow.
He wrote a book.
Yeah. We pulled it up in the last one. Was it Demon Dwarfs and My Dad or something?
Yeah.
By Mancow.
What's a majority of that called? How I coasted off Howard Stern's career?
Let's see what the book. Oh, he has more than one book. I wasn't listening too much at this. Oh, there it is. But
I forgot.
I had a different cover though. I had the other cover. I had the original cover.
I forgot what's. Oh no, my buddy's dad.
Oh, he has 4 stars.
My buddy's dad came in once and he was like, "What are you listening to this right wing Howard Stern for?" I just started laughing my ass off. He's one of those brutally honest dads.
He has 4 stars. Is that real?
Yeah.
He probably bought his own book.
Yeah.
How many reviews does he have?
He had like Turd review it for him.
Remember Turd? There was
5 stars, yeah.
Okay, let me rerun the reviews. Hold on. Let's read a 5-star one. And then
I hope there's a 5-star review. Book as good as the show.
Thanks so much for listening. There we go. Manco. Oh, that's Manco's own book. All right, let's go to the second one, right? Go Manco. I bought this book 3 weeks after it was released. Oh, I think this is me. No, this is me in 2013 as a teenager. I read until 2.5 hours spanning 2 days and I couldn't stop reading. I was intrigued. I was shocked. He's a shock jock. Right? Mm-hmm. That's a good choice of words. Disgusted and most of all I was amazed. I find Mancow so original and refreshing with his shock jock antics to his political view. Okay, he wrote this. A true follower of Thomas Jefferson's ways. Oh, Thomas in the U.S. Constitution, blah, 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 liberal conservative. Oh, Democrat, Republican not. It's great. This is a numbness society. And freedom, blah, blah, blah. You think you're going to get back? A poem by George Orwell, the end. Are you think you're going to get back on Twitter? Or what's... when you're gone, are you just gone? Do you make other accounts?
I'm gonna wait a little while and then try to come back. You can't keep me off Twitter. Fuck you guys.
How'd you, what would you use Twitter? Like, I went on Twitter the other day, but I think besides that, I haven't gone in like in a few weeks. Like,
well, dude,
you're off of Twitter completely, right, James?
I mean, I have Twitter. I just never use it.
I used to be the Humboldt Park alligator.
Oh, what happened with that?
On Twitter.
They
caught him. That's what happened.
So who was
they caught his ass.
Who was the Humboldt alligator? This is a gator. This happened, what, 3 years ago?
I think, yeah, about 3 years ago.
So what happened? I don't remember the story.
Right when I moved to Humboldt Park, I'm living across the street. As you guys know, I lived
from a Puerto Rican.
Lived behind a Burger King.
Okay.
Yeah, with all the PRs hanging out. There we go. There's me. And I'm actually like featured in this article somewhere.
Can you control find him real quick?
And maybe it's this one.
Who's this bearded guy?
I don't know. That's Alligator Bob. They flew him in
from Florida.
Or not Alligator. No, Alligator Bob.
John Torres. Hold on. Let's read your quote. You can put me in a cage, but you'll never break my spirit.
That was right when it got caught. The morning that they caught him, all I tweeted was the word shit, and it got 10,000 likes.
That's great.
Social media is fucking stupid. Use it while you can, get leverage, do whatever you can. But I just had fun with it. I was about to go to bed, and I was talking to Lindsay.
Tweeting as a gator.
Lindsay, my girl. No, this is like right when I made it, and I made like 2 tweets. And it was, I found this picture of an alligator with sunglasses on it, and it just said, there's nothing like summertime shy or whatever. Mm-hmm. I made that at like 8 or 9 o'clock. I woke up the next morning, and it had like 1,700 followers.
Jesus.
And I just started doing it while I was at work. I was having fun. And then there was this guy, his name was Alligator Bob, who was just some old guy that... I think he just lied and said he knew what he was doing and had a safari jacket. And I was just straight dunking on his ass the whole time. And I even, because I lived right by the park, I would go walk down by the water. This was before they gated it all off. And I would take pictures that looked like I was just sitting at the water, like right where the dude Bob was. And I saw a picture of his cage and I just took a little picture of it. And I was like, I'm not getting in that cage. So I definitely did my research and had fun with it, with living that close to it. But yeah, man, I got treated like a little celebrity for a while, and it was funny when I got interviewed by the Tribune, and I was like, well, I'm actually a comedian, and they're like, don't talk about that shit, talk about the alligator. And I was like, all right, I'll give you guys the joke everybody wants. It was kind of bullshit, but it was still fun.
How do you get in there? Fucking a Floridian or
somebody just dumped him in
people
there.
just get
poor
baby
little dude.
alligators, right? Is that how the herpes monkeys developed in Florida?
The what?
We looked them up before. Remember, wasn't it like Florida had like monkeys that were in the wild? They had herpes or some type of strain.
No, that's somebody from Florida fucking a monkey.
Yeah, this
That's
is
what that is.
Picturesque Silver Spring State Park.
Ew, drooling herpes? What?
Wait, what? Okay, visitors of Florida's picturesque.
Bro, would they like spit at you?
Hundreds of wild
Rhesus
herpes-infected
macaques.
monkeys. I wonder if somebody probably has a fetish where they want to fuck these
Okay, enough.
herpes monkeys.
Ew.
Visitors of Florida's picturesque Silver Springs.
This poor guy.
The monkeys originated from the small grooves into Silver Springs over 100 years ago by eccentric boat captain. I was thinking about getting one of those hats. Those
One of the
captain
captain's
hats,
hats?
right? It's like I feel like I'm at that age where isn't that what happens? I saw another guy, he was shirtless, I've been not wearing shirts as much.
Are you talking about like an old man in the sea Hemingway hat, or are you talking about like one of the punk rock captain hats?
Let's see, it's the white hat, the black brim right here. There's some gold to it. What did Hemingway wear?
That's
Let me
like
see.
a Hugh Hefner hat.
Okay, that's
Like
no.
one of these?
That's a
No,
bucket hat.
That's
a bucket hat.
Didn't that white rapper wear those hats? He
Oh,
had a
you want a
show?
captain's hat?
Yeah, a captain's hat. That's what that is. Because a fisherman's hat is black.
Yeah, well,
that's a
Yeah,
captain's hat.
That's what you want.
Should I get a captain's hat?
Yes.
Am I at this point in my life where I feel like 12:59 on Prime?
You're gonna have to get a Hawaiian shirt and a pair of Crocs then.
This is the thing, man. You wear you have a nice looking shirt. Is that a specific punk brand or anything like that?
No, it's
a
actually
cool-
this is my friend's clothing brand.
You wanna
go
promote it?
buy Titchy clothing.
Yeah, that's a cool. It was a screen printed. It looks like.
Yeah, everything's screen printed. They run a professional business. They hooked me up with a bunch of cool clothes.
So I stopped wearing shirts recently, right? Like yesterday, I got home from.
I stopped wearing shirts.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I belong. I don't know. It's like because it's frowned upon. Like I was at a Burger King yesterday because I've been craving a Whopper for like a week, and I went to the Burger King in Aurora. I got an argument with the lady in the drive-thru because the Burger King, the drive-thru said onion rings. I'm on the phone with my friends. I'm getting Burger King. I'm getting a Whopper.
Yeah.
Should I get anything else? He's like, well, maybe the onion rings aren't bad because I hate Burger King with a passion. But every once in a while, I'll get. I think it's disgusting. I don't think it's horrible
It
food.
is. It's gross. They pipe that smell through the vents. It's not even real.
What, the charbroil or
Yeah.
whatever, like
That's a manufactured smell.
that BMW when they fucking pump the motor noise and the speakers
On the electric car, yeah.
So I'm at the onion rings are $1.99. I was like, what's? She's like, oh, I was like, how much are the onion rings? She's like $2.19. I was like, no, it says $1.99 right here. She's like, oh, that's a misprint. I was like, well, can you fix it? It's printed as $1.99.
Fix it.
You know what I mean? Or charge me $1.99 for him. And she's like, no. And I was like, well, is your manager? And I have a half-white girlfriend now. And before this, I don't know if I would have asked things like that. And maybe from watching her do these things, I got the gall. And I was like, I'm going to ask for a manager, right? I was like,
damn, dude.
I was like, I'm going to try to use some of her white privilege.
The pandemic has changed you.
Yeah, dude. I was like, is there a manager? She's like, I am the manager. I was like, well, can you fix it? And I was like, no, it won't let me. So I didn't get the onion rings. But the point was, as soon as I left that Burger King, I was driving and I was like, I didn't feel comfortable. I took off my shirt. And
I didn't feel comfortable, so I took off my shirt.
it was this shirt. I wore the same shirt yesterday at the podcast I was recording.
Okay.
Because usually I have the loboden gear shirt. Well, actually, usually the last few weeks I have no shirt because I keep forgetting to bring a shirt.
Okay.
And I had a female guest the other week, and I was like, I gotta bring a shirt because I
You
can't.
like the fucking Latino Burt Kreischer? Berto Kreischer.
Yeah, but it's more. I don't want people to see my work logo when I come from.
Oh,
I come from
okay.
work.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
I show up and it's like, fuck, I forgot a shirt again. Shirt
You know,
comes
you could
off.
just turn it inside out, right?
I look like an idiot doing that, dude. Are you kidding me? It's embroidered. You see the little white
it's
patch?
embroidered. Okay,
So it
then,
has
yeah,
that white
yeah.
patch in the
Yeah,
bottom.
I get you then.
It's not like a T-shirt or something
Okay.
like that. Yeah, it's a polo. I work at a golf company, dude. I'm golf. Do you play golf?
Yeah, I love golf.
You never played when we had little golf things
No,
going on?
I want to.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
get back out there. I'm a lefty, though.
Oh. I don't like lefties. Not you as a person, but I caddied, right? So you got to move. It makes it harder. You got to move
Yeah.
to the other side,
Yeah.
to the other person. Like, what do you want to do with your comedy career? Like, are you having fun? Do you want to be a professional? Like,
I mean,
what's that music?
what the hell was that?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Who was it though?
I would
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
I would like to do it professionally, full time, but I'm at a point in my life where I know it's going to take time. So I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush to do 10 mics every night. I'm not in a rush to I'm not really in a rush to just make anything. I just want to have fun and be good at what I'm doing, meet cool people along the way, but also figure out a way to navigate it in a professional manner. So like I feel like people that like, and this goes back to the whole like hustle and grind and all that stuff. I agree, people should work hard, but also if you're doing 10 mics in 4 days, what are you living? What are you writing about? I don't understand that. Like, you need time away from comedy to experience life, to then in turn write about the life that you're living to make fun of it. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, you can't do fit. What was it? David Gabry did like 50 mics in a month, and I was at the mics.
Damn, that's a lot.
Or something. He like it's American. I was there, and I was like, "When are you gonna write?" Like you're doing, and I was there watching. I was like, "Well, he's probably doing less mics right now because this is not like it's not." I won't say it wasn't funny, but it's like it's not. You're not going to develop anything.
That, and then I also want to be like supportive of the room. Like I want to stick around and watch a couple people. I think it's dope to watch people progress and get better. Maybe somebody that wasn't that good, now they figured out a joke or something like that. It's also cool to watch your friends shape their material. Like it's cool to see an idea morph into a finished bit. I fucking love that shit.
I saw Dave Hillum, right? Dave Hillum.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I saw he did it was when Weeds was an open mic, right? And he popped in, he did it, and then did this joke about his dad. And I think eventually got to his album, but I remember I saw it and I was like, it was very rough. And then like a few months later, I did a show that I booked him in Waukegan, and I saw that whole joke and everything kind of develop, and it's like, oh, it's cool when you see
those. It's such a cool process, man. And I love it.
You got any favorites in the scene that you like in Chicago or out
I mean,
there?
it's definitely like some of my buds that I love watching. Like Cameron Little's one of my favorite people to watch perform.
He just had an album. I was been watching some of it. His album just came out. Did you do that?
That's Cameron Gillette.
Oh,
Cameron Little.
Oh, Cameron Little, right?
The homie that I used to run Shots and Giggles.
Yeah,
with.
Cameron Little. I haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah, they're dope as fuck. I love watching Jeff Asmus.
Asexual, right? Do we confirm he's asexual?
No, Dale is asexual.
Dale's asexual?
Yeah.
For now, or
We don't know. He just doesn't want to fuck, and he wants a flag.
did he get broken hearted again?
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll do it to you.
It's Dale, baby.
What flag does he want?
He wants the asexual flag.
Wait, let me see. There's an asexual flag?
Yeah, there's the asexual. There's a flag for everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a flag for everything.
I'm gonna hang this above my bed, and I'm gonna come on it. Yeah, this is what he wants.
I think one of my sisters is asexual. Should I get her this? I'll pop in her room. She's not in there and see what she has.
I have an opinion about this, but I feel like it'll get me in
What
trouble.
is it?
It looks like the top of a tube sock.
Oh, from the 70s,
Well, a whole lot
right?
of people who don't want to fuck you will be mad at you for saying that.
It's okay, as long as they don't want to fight me. Then that's a hate crime.
I tried to make myself asexual for
You can't try to make yourself anything.
This was part of my rules. It was part of my rules. It was like I can't have sex for 3 months, and that's why the Friday rule. Oh, that's why one of the Fridays rules it was developed, because it was like if I limit myself to just on Friday, I don't risk maybe being late to work or doing something bad, and it has to be. Oh, actually, it was once a month. Remember, James? I could only have sex once a month was my rule, right? That way.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember it was once a month, right? Because during the rest of the week, I had to use that time to be productive. I wasn't chasing women. I wasn't putting myself in dangerous situations. How long have you been with your girl?
You're like The Rock on a cheat day.
Yeah.
Like 5.5, 6 years.
Okay, and when you were single, were you normal, right? Were you at parties with like Latin kings and people were showing you guns and you stayed there because you're trying to get laid, or?
I mean, we definitely went to different types of parties, but there was some where some of the homies were gangbangers and stuff like that. I hung out at, but I never really hung out with them at parties because that shit always would either get shot up or people would be doing wild ass drugs, and I'm like, you guys got needles, cool, I'm fucking out of here. But no, yeah, I'd be out at parties and stuff trying to get laid.
Like, were you putting yourself in dangerous situations and not caring about anything to try to fuck some some 40-year-old chick from Waukegan because you were drunk. You know what I mean? Like, I think I was.
I don't know
you,
about that.
You don't have a booze
I don't know
problem,
about
right?
that specific, but yeah, I'm a dude. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do dumb things to try to get laid. Yeah.
So then I was like, you know what? Like, this is getting like, I'm waking up in Kenosha. You know what I mean? Like, I woke up in fucking a different state. Literally, I was with some girl. Her name was Geeks because she liked getting geeked a lot.
Bro.
And that was her nickname.
No.
I had 2 drinks. That's all I remember having. And then I woke up in fucking Kenosha, right? And parked. My car was parked, allegedly. My car was parked. I'm back to my Alex Jones character I made up. So I wake up and I see the lights go on, and I'm like, I gotta go to work. You know what I mean? So I went home, took a 2-hour nap, went to work, and I was like, that's one of the points I realized, like, all right, you know what? Once a month, I could try to get laid once a month. I can't.
All right.
I can't keep doing this. You know what I mean? Like, I can't.
Did it at least keep you out of trouble doing the once a month thing?
Yeah.
Or no. Okay.
Yeah. Those rules kind of like I don't. You guys have what's anxiety? Like, I get anxiety sometimes. I didn't get it today, but what's like for me, what it feels like, I don't know. Now I'm talking to people who have anxiety. Like, to me, every once in a while, when I feel like there's a bunch of stuff unfinished, it starts getting me a little bit. You know what I mean? And it's like there's all these open. It's like, all right, so what helps me is like I got to get a bunch of stuff done, or it's like I feel it like, oh, it's there, and it's like, and I'm not, and I know it's going on, and it's like, fuck, and I get mad at myself. It's like I have fucking anxiety, and it like annoys me. I'm mad at myself for having it, but it's just there. Like, I'll have it for a day, and it's just lingering. I don't know. Is that even anxiety, or what do you guys
like,
get?
I mean, yeah, that could be anxiety. I ain't no doctor or nothing, especially obviously by the way I said that. But like anxiety for me, it'll feel like somebody's sitting on my chest. I'll get heart palpitations, depends if my meds are working or not. I'll get dizzy or stress headaches. My vision will get blurry. I'll have panic attacks.
What's a panic attack like?
It feels like you can't breathe, and then you think you're having a heart attack, and you think you're dying, but then you have to tell yourself, like, one of the things that I learned in therapy is like you rub your legs because it means that you're grounded and you can't like fall or hurt yourself.
Oh,
That way,
grounded,
if you're-
like, oh,
if you're
okay.
grounded, you know, you're.
Are they like grounded bad boy?
I'm safe.
Okay.
I'm fine. Everything will be okay. And then one of the things is like, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. And then after about 10, 15 minutes, it comes down. But like, yeah, your heart will start racing and doing some weird shit. Man, it's a lot.
Have you done coke?
Yeah.
How does that affect your anxiety? Like, you did it. You had anxiety. and You did coke, knowing like.
No, it was before I had anxiety.
Oh, okay.
Anxiety's a new thing.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Well, I mean, I'm sure I've always had it.
Do you sit
but
a
it's
lot?
been diagnosed with.
Do you
what?
sit at your job, or do you move
Yeah,
around?
I sit.
Oh,
Well,
that doesn't help.
The other thing is too, I always had jobs where I was on the move. So now, yeah,
Yeah,
that really fucks me up.
That'll fuck me
That
up.
fucks me up real bad. Because I used to work on cars, work in warehouses, do manual labor, that type of shit. And now that I sit and I only do like maybe 20% manual labor during the day, it's like I got to try to get it in where I can. But yeah, sitting all day and makes that shit worse. But,
Way worse.
But yes, to answer your question, I have done cocaine a couple times.
But that's before anxiety. Because I thought you had anxiety. And you're like, I'm gonna do coke. It's like that's not gonna.
No,
you shouldn't do that.
It's definitely like a newly diagnosed thing within the last like 3 years.
Yeah. Is it? You think it correlates with you having this job? Like when I sit, like I'll caddy on weekends and it makes me feel better. But sitting on, like I didn't cry on my lunch break, but I'll get out and I start like yelling in my car because I've been sitting when I sit too much at work and I forget. I used to have a fucking timer, maybe get up or move something, but or go to the back. Or now I try to move around because if not, like I feel it builds up and it's like. It's gonna get something, could kill my boner. Like I had an anxiety.
Oh yeah, it will.
I had a fucking.
Wait till you get an anxiety meds. You can't come for shit.
Oh no, I have where's my little? I have my Viagra's here, right? I haven't used them in a long time. So what happened was.
You just keep that on your person?
Yeah.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
I love that it's in a Coke cylinder.
These are for pills.
That's for pills.
These are pills. I bought this at Joe
Okay.
Osco.
I used to carry one of those. I used to keep earplugs.
I'm
in at all
Latino. We
times.
keep Cokes in dollars. James, please.
All right.
Folded dollar bills.
Yeah.
In the
Fair.
Coke pocket that I officially.
Folded dollar bills. You're dirty. You got to keep that in a hundo.
Don't do it.
Ugh. Less people touch the hundos. Everybody's touching fucking Washington's face down there.
Okay, Elon Musk. But look, I had too much coffee one time, and then like I had sex, but then afterwards like I couldn't get like a boner again, and I was like, and then I felt like shaking. I had like way too much caffeine. Again, low tolerance to caffeine.
Yep.
Marijuana, And then I think it got in my head because like it happened again after that, but I didn't have caffeine, and I was like, and then it was so I went to the doctor lady, and she's like, there's nothing wrong with you. It's all mental. Like, have you been working on that stress? I was like, really?
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm gonna prescribe you these. Take one or two, like, and then you'll get your confidence back, and it's gonna be gone most likely. And I was like, oh,
then it's gonna be gone most likely. What kind of doctor did you go to?
It's a chick, but a person of color. But then she wasn't bad looking, you know what I mean? So it's just a weird dilemma.
She wasn't bad looking.
She wasn't bad looking. So like I remember when I got my first physical and she was touching my balls, and I was like, this is what you went to medical school for, to play with my balls while I'm thinking of. Anyways, but I haven't had them like before. Allegedly, I would get the gas station and dip big pills, but I would do drugs,
bro.
and that would kill your stuff.
You can't be
then my
doing
girl was
this.
like, "Look, you can't take that stuff. You know what's in there." She's like, "If you have a problem, go to the doctor or whatever." And I went. I was like, "All right, go to the fucking doctor. I'll stop buying these dick pills." And then, do you have any plugs?
What?
Do you have any plugs? Any
Oh,
last words?
that was at a very abrupt end. Shit.
Uh-huh.
Go check out don'ttellcomedy.com. Go check out my podcast with Connor Colley called Brick-a-Bracket. You could find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We have a Twitter. Maybe I'll hijack that motherfucker. Just check out don'ttellcomedy.com. Check out my Instagram, John Torres. It's at JON 2_ TORRES. I post all my dates on there. Pictures of me, all my stupid bullshit.
Oh, look, your tweet.
My tweet, my last tweet ever.
Good.
Look at me go.
Rest in peace.
That shit had like 3,000 likes on Twitter. Fucking bullshit.
Unreal. Bob Kane, boom. Got him.
I'm not gonna say anything. Mr. Webb, you want to plug yourself?
I do. Stand Up has happened, and it was so good. And
Oh,
if you
how was the
didn't-
show?
if you
Oh,
didn't-
shit.
Well, I mean, this comes out in the future, so the Stand Up is actually this Friday. But the show happened, and it was so good. And if you didn't go, you're a fucking piece of shit. But Stand Up. It was so good, in fact, that, well, no, I can't say that yet. But if it actually does go well, we're going to do one every 2 weeks. And the bi-monthly show, yeah.
What is it, stress streams, or what do you call it?
Yep.
Here they come.
I gotta have at least 1 week off to not kill myself. But if this show goes well, Joe McMahon will be headlining before he leaves for New York in the middle of August. So please get tickets for that. Standup.net. If you want to do a podcast, we are cheaper than any other room in the city for what you get. Hit me up at People of Comedy Network on Instagram. That's it.
Follow Loboden Podcast on all the social media platforms. But you know what? Just tell a friend about the podcast, and that's it. Tell a friend. I have gear that I'm not sold yet, but I'm organized. Like I said, people have messaged me. It's like, oh, can I get some? And I was like, should reply to this, but this is enough, dude. The last few months have been kind of stressful.
You're like, man, I really got to get this gear now.
It's in my frunk, right, in my car right now. I have some hoodies that I haven't sold, brought up, or anything. But like I said, I'm gonna get a desk. My life is. I got a place now. I was living in a tuna can, basically.
Okay.
Me and my girl and their son sometimes during parts of the week, and I have a place now. So my life is gonna be better. It should be. All right. Fuck it, Lobo.
Loboden.